Alrighty, hey guys, just want to make another video, and with tonight's video I just want to give you some useful information just regarding the Handy Gym, just from a practical point of view, right? What me and Charlotte have tried to do is to show you what it's like using this device every day, Charlotte?
Yes.
Right? So let's start with training, okay? What you're going to notice is that when you do flywheel training in particular, it is very, very efficient at tearing down your muscles, which means is that you've got to figure out what is the right amount of sets and the right amount of reps when using this device. Does that make sense? Like, I'm being deadly serious when I say this, guys. I only had to do 4 sets of squats, and that was it for leg day, okay? I still got DOMs, and it's been over almost, over 3 days now.
Yeah, you got to work out how much you can tolerate before it's too much.
Yeah, exactly. So I realized that you just got to be
mindful.
Yeah, of that, right? Trying to figure out what is the right amount of volume, because you don't want to do too much, because you're going to have too much DOMs that's going to last for over a week, right? That's suboptimal in terms of training, right? You want just enough DOMs, but enough so you can recover and hit the muscle group again, okay? So that's the first thing. The other thing regarding training as well is I would highly advise you to stick to having the Handy Gym on the foot plate for compound movements, right? Because those build the most amount of muscle. Does that make sense, right? I also advise for you to get some aftermarket bar attachments. So if you're doing bicep curls, don't do it like this. I see a lot of guys do it, just the single arm stuff. Look, man, get an easy curl bar and do it this way, okay? Do you understand if you want to do any isolation work? It's just when compound movements build the most amount of muscle in the shortest period of time, okay? At least that's how I train, okay? The only isolation movement that I do with the Handy Gym at the moment is hooking it up to a post and doing that seated row action. Do you understand, Charlotte, right? Because it's a bit of a compound movement. So that's another point there. The next point is that you obviously know the sound of this device, right? It sounds like a power generator. As shown in our previous video, you could hear this go straight through the floorboards. It is actually surprising to me. See, when you actually get it, so there's one thing to talk about it, but when you actually use it every day, I'm so surprised that the amount of noise this thing generates for how small it is, Charlotte, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You wanted to say something about it. I know you do.
Oh.
What did your mum say about it when she heard it go straight through the floor?
Oh, yeah, it was just very, very loud.
Yeah.
Like someone using one of the strimmers in the garden, or, power tool,
Yeah, exactly. And so it sounds like a power generator, which means that it restricts when and where you can train, which obviously means that you can't train with this early in the morning, okay? You're going to have to train with this outside. Also, you're going to try, if I'm thinking like this, I know that you're thinking like this. Next thing you're going to be like, oh man, is there a way to cancel out the noise, Charlotte, right? Is there some way I can dampen the noise or get some noise cancellation device that can turn the noise off? Don't try it, guys. Don't bother. I've already tried to look into that, right? Acoustic wall panels is what they call them. There is no way around it, unfortunately. You need to understand that if you get the Handy Gym, it comes with the package, right? There is no way around the noise issue. The only thing you can do is train outside. Do you understand, right? So that's the next point there. The other point that's actually very valid, I've noticed too, and that's regards to training, is that it comes to feeling tension in the right body parts. I've noticed that if you do a deadlift with this, you won't feel it at all in your legs. You'll feel it more in your lower back, which is okay. That's what a deadlift is. But you'll notice that when you do an upright row action, you're going to feel it sometimes in the wrong place, right? You might feel it in your lower back where it should be in your traps. Do you understand? Or your shoulders. So what that means is that you hit wherever the rope is being placed, it's not in the right place. You need to keep adjusting to find the right angle to hit the right body part.
Yeah, otherwise it's putting pressure on the wrong area.
Yeah, exactly. And you're working the wrong muscle group.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I noticed, is that sometimes the tension, either there's no tension, here's what people say, they don't really feel it in the chest, or the tension is in the wrong place. If it's in the wrong place, you need to readjust the rope. Which leads to the next thing, okay? The biggest complaint that people talk about this is, do you see this here, Charlotte? This here is the leftover rope. To me, I've never had an issue with this. I'm okay with it. but you can tie this up if you want to.
Yeah, just use an elastic band or something like that, and that will just keep it out of your way.
Yeah, like a rubber band or something to tie that up. If that's an issue. I'm just mentioning this because this is what people keep mentioning. Me personally, I've not had an issue with that, but you can tie it up with a rubber band in 2 seconds. It's all good. The next thing I want to mention is, because I've read down this here. Right, we showed you the setup time between exercises. Did you see how long it took us to do something like a bicep curl, right? Now, you're going to notice that some exercises are faster to set up than others. You'll find some shortcuts around it as well, right, to get it fast, done. But you need to keep that in mind. You need to understand that it takes time to set up this device. Does that make sense before you get into it? So that's something that you have to keep in mind if you want to purchase one. The next thing I want to mention is that, in my opinion, I do believe that this is really well constructed. I think it's built to last a lifetime, right? Provided that you don't damage it in any way, you should have no issue whatsoever. The only issue I would think about is, see how this plywood is here?
It might start chipping or...
Yeah, it might chip away, or obviously don't you, I mean, I know this sounds silly, but you wouldn't want to get this wet. Do you understand, right? And you want to put this in a puddle, you want this to have any rain on it, or anything like that. But I would say that just looking at this is very well constructed. In my opinion, guys, this is very easy to use. I picked this up on the second time round, okay? And the reason, my best tip, I'll leave you off with this, is that if you're trying to catch the eccentric phase, make sure that the whole cord is fully extended out. Do you understand, right? So there's no more cord wrapped here, okay? It's been all fully extended, and you're going to notice that you're going to catch the eccentric phase a lot easier that way, okay? But anyway, guys, that's just for tonight's video. This is just some useful information. Let us know what you think and have a good one.
Yeah.